Good morning, dear students. Myself Samuel Lobo, and here I am with a revision video for PT1, Chapter 16, Garbage In and Garbage Out. Topics covered are landfills, sorting garbage, composting, vermicomposting, paper recycling, plastic a necessary evil, and garbage reduction. Introduction. Garbage is an unwanted waste that are no longer useful to us. So in this picture we can see all this is an unwanted waste and is no more useful to us. So we generate a large amount of garbage from household every day. For example, we eat fruits and vegetables and the peels and seeds are thrown into the dustbin. Here we will see more waste that we throw into the dustbin. The wrappers of toffees and chocolates we enjoy are also thrown in the dustbin. Then old clothes, shoes, toys and broken glassware and plasticware all are disposed of in the garbage. Landfills. In this picture we can see that a sweeper takes away the garbage from your house. So he collects it in his cart and then dumps it in the large containers which is specially built for it. So in this picture we can see that there are big containers and the sweeper collects the garbage in his cart and then he dumps it in this big containers. The garbage has been dumped in this big containers and then the municipality handle it. So now it's the duty of the municipality to carry this garbage to the other place. It is the duty of the municipality to carry away the garbage in huge garbage truck to the landfill site. So in this picture we can see that this is a garbage truck and it is the duty of the municipality to carry away this garbage to the landfill site. Now we will see that what is landfill site. Landfill is a low-lying open area where the garbage is dumped in large quantities. So this is an open area where the garbage is dumped in large quantities and is designed and located in a such a way that it stays isolated from the surroundings and residential localities. It means that the landfill is far away from our residential houses so that we do not get any harm or disease because of this garbage. Due to accumulation of garbage, a landfill is a home to many disease causing organisms and other harmful materials. Means due to lot of collection of garbage, it is a home for many disease causing organism and other harmful materials. That's why in this picture we can see that a landfill is far away from the residential areas so that we can ensure safety of environment and humans. The garbage brought by truckload is divided into two categories, that is useful components and non-useful components. Now I will explain you about useful components. Material present in the garbage which can be recycled and reused. So the things that which we can recycle and reuse, such as paper, plastic and clothes, this all things can be reused again. Non-useful component. Materials in the garbage which cannot be reused. So things which we cannot reuse are vegetable and fruit peels and eggshells. So once we use it, we throw it in the dustbin and we cannot reuse these things again. The non-useful component are then spread over the landfill. So then we spread all this non-useful component on the landfill and then cover it with a layer of soil. And when it is completely full, it becomes a level ground. This garden can be used for a garden or park, but no building can be constructed on it for a period of 20 years. So on this landfill we cannot construct any building for a period of 20 years. But a prime example of a landfill converted into a beautiful park is Indra Prastha Millennium Park in New Delhi. Sorting garbage. Garbage separated into different colored bins. Green colored bins and blue colored bins. Now I'll explain you about green colored bins. material which cannot be reused and which rot with the time in the garbage. So the materials such as paper, plant, animal waste rot in the garbage, but they cannot be reused and they are thrown in the green color dustbin, and that's why they are known as biodegradable materials. This biodegradable material get decayed and mix with the soil. So the waste from living matter is biodegradable. For example, plant, animal waste, paper, etc. Blue colored bins. Materials which can be reused and recycled but do not rot in the garbage. So in this picture we can see that metal, glass, plastic do not rot in the garbage, but they can be reused and recycled. These materials are known as non-biodegradable material and they are thrown in the blue colored dustbin. For example, plastic, glass and metals. Composting. The process of rotting of biodegradable waste is called decaying. And decayed biodegradable waste turns into manure or compost. And is also rich in nutrients and can be added to the soil for the better growth of plants. The process of formation of compost is known as composting. So plant waste can be converted to compost easily. But we see that the gardeners and the sweepers burn the dry leaves collected in the garden and the roadsides. So we should not burn the dry leaves. Instead of it, we should collect it in a pit for manure. After crop harvest, farmers also burn husk and leftover part of crops in the field. So in this picture we can see that the gardeners burn the dry leaves and they also burn the leftover husk and the part of the crops in the field. So burning of this waste produce harmful fumes. So we should stop such activities immediately. Instead, a compost pit can be made in space available, that is in gardens, field, etc. So in this picture we can see that in the garden we can make a compost pit and there we can put the dry leaves in the pit and then we will get a dry manure and we can use it for the plants. Vermicomposting. Earthworms are called farmer's friend and they benefit plants in many ways, like they mix the upper layer of the soil with the lower layer of the soil, making burrows, and they also increase the supply of nutrients in the soil. And for this we can say that this activity increase the soil fertility. And earthworm excreta is also rich in nutrients. Redworm is a type of earthworm and it needs a moderate temperature and moist environment to survive. So here in this picture we can see that the redworm prepare compost through vermicomposting, and in a day it eats food equal to its own body weight. So this redworm does not have a teeth to grind the food, so it has a special structure called gizzard which help it to grind its food. And redworm are used to make compost. So the method of preparing compost with the help of redworm is called vermicomposting. In this picture we can see that larger pits can be used for vermicomposting in agricultural fields, and they help to reduce or eliminate the need of chemical fertilizers. So here we do not need any chemical fertilizers. Vermicomposting is more economical and environment friendly. It is cheap and it is also environment friendly than the chemical fertilizers, because chemical fertilizers can harm our crops. Paper recycling. Paper is a biodegradable product derived from wood. So we get paper from wood, and reuse and recycling of paper will reduce the cutting down of trees. If we will reuse the paper, so we can reduce the cutting down of the trees. So some ways to recycle paper are paper for book covers, making paper bags and paper matching. Plastic a necessary evil. Plastic are an integral part of life, and plastic is durable, light in weight and non-rusting. And plasticware is also economical, means it is cheap and we get it easily anywhere. As we have seen in the activity 1 that plastic do not rot. So some plastic can be recycled, but rest just become an environmental hazard, means the plastic which do not rot is an environmental hazard and we get a lot of problem because of the plastic. Plastic makes our food toxic. So if we will store our food in plastic containers, so it will make our food poisonous. So we should avoid storing our foods into plastic bags or containers. We should limit the use of plastic and reduce the load of plastic waste in our environment. So we should limit the use of plastic and reduce the load of plastic from the environment. One way of doing this is to use paper or cloth bag instead of plastic bag for shopping. So we should use paper or cloth bag instead of plastic for shopping. Careless disposal of plastic. Heating and burning of plastic release harmful gases. So we should avoid heating and burning of plastic. And this fume contains cancer causing agents. And we should not throw the kitchen waste carelessly in plastic bags along with the food, because the stray animals may swallow the plastic bag along with the food and this can cause them choke to death. Plastic bag can also block drains and cause floods, and this will lead to the heavy rain. Garbage reduction. The 3 R's are recycling, reusing, reducing, and we should keep it in practice. Some ways in which we can reduce garbage are: we can make compost of all vegetables and fruit waste, and we can also use both sides of the paper, and we can reuse plastic bag whenever possible. We can use paper bag or jute bags to minimize the use of plastic bags. We can also use sillet for rough work. We can recycle paper through the art of paper mache. We can use old greeting cards for making decorative materials. Pencil shavings can be used for making greeting cards or decorating photo frames. And we can also use old slightly broken plasticware, ceramic-ware or glassware for potting plants. Reducing garbage will reduce the load of environment. Thank you, and your revision for PT1 is complete. Best of luck for your PT1 exam.